Now, as Black History Month gets underway, Dane County is opening its first Black Women's Wellness Center. And how one project is bringing together area schools and teaching kids about their neighborhoods. Plus, hear from some Democratic candidates as they make a final push in Iowa before this week's caucuses.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. At the start of Black History Month, members of Wisconsin's Black community are celebrating something they're calling a game changer. Our Adam Duxter was there for the grand opening of the Black Women's Wellness Center and joins us with what difference it could make.
Well, Amanda, today's opening was truly years in the making, but thanks to the hard work and dedication of hundreds across Dane County, it's ready to make a difference. Inside this West Madison office plaza, something the first of its kind.
It's taken 9 years to get to this place, and it's been made possible by so many donors and supporters who are surrounding us in this room today.
Lisa Payton Care first began her mission to create this space in 2006 after her mother, Roberta, died from congestive heart failure at 64.
Her life and her death, and what her death represents for so many thousands of Black women each year who lose their lives to largely preventable illnesses.
Health experts say it goes even further than that, as health disparities place Black women across the United States at a higher risk of contracting health issues.
In terms of Black women's health, they face a variety of challenges, such as, number one, racism. Number two, a lot of structural issues like economic stability, housing, transportation, that we recognize affect health.
The Wellness Center providing resources, many of them free, like fitness classes, access to healthcare resources, and more. To create what Lisa and others call the Well Black Woman.
When we say well Black women, we're talking about what we aspire to as African American women. Mind, body, spirit, financial, whole life wellness.
Also in attendance today, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi and Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, who says when Black women are succeeding, it means just about all of Madison is succeeding. And the Black Women's Wellness Center says they already have multiple events planned for the coming months.
All right, very exciting. Thank you so much, Adam. Let's turn it over to Dana Fulton now with your first alert forecast. A chance for some record-breaking temperatures here tomorrow in Madison.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of a warm up for tomorrow. Now, today was pretty mild outside, but we're going to climb just a little bit higher for your Sunday afternoon. Right now, mostly cloudy with some light flurries along the eastern edge of the state. In the last 48 hours, our temperatures have just been climbing. We really didn't drop much last night, and we're not expecting much of a drop either for this evening. Tomorrow, plan on high temps in the mid to upper 40s. The record in Madison is 47, and we are going to be right there in the afternoon with some sunshine. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead for that Sunday and your next opportunity for some light snow in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. And just a reminder, residential plowing will start tomorrow in Madison. Officials encourage residents to choose off-street parking options to help clear the roads for those plows. No snow emergency parking restrictions will be in effect. We're following a developing story out of Milwaukee after a pregnant woman was killed during an early morning shooting. The victim's father identified the 35-year-old as Annie Sandifer. Family members say she was a loving mother of 5. Sandifer was on a party bus celebrating a family event when she was hit by a stray bullet. Her family members believe she was in the wrong place at the wrong time and not the intended target.
I don't think they think about other people's. Some of them think about getting revenge.
It's sad and it's a tragedy.
Sandifer was 26 weeks pregnant, but doctors were able to perform an emergency C-section and deliver her baby. Her family said she delivered a baby boy who is in stable condition. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is still looking for an inmate who escaped from the Ferris Center last night. Officials say 18-year-old Perion Carrion ran out of an emergency exit around 6:30. Carrion was just booked on Thursday and was supposed to start a 30-day sentence, but was set to be released just next week because of time credited and good behavior. He was arrested for operating a car without consent, disorderly conduct, and fleeing an officer. He's 6 feet 2 inches tall and has black hair and brown eyes. Police say he was last seen wearing a black jacket, black pants, and boots. Anyone with information about his location is asked to call 911. Milwaukee firefighters say a bulldog they rescued yesterday morning is lucky to be alive after he fell through the ice and spent 10 minutes in Lake Michigan. The 12-year-old English bulldog named Tough, his owner says he's doing just fine, thanks to the quick response of the South Milwaukee Fire Department, who says they train for situations in that exact location just 2 days before.
All I was really seeing, and as I'm walking up, it's getting clearer and clearer and clearer, so I know it's getting thin. It was cold and it was tired, and there wasn't much time left.
Firefighters warn dog owners and Good Samaritans not to try to rescue animals or people themselves. They say the best thing to do in that situation is to call 911. An 8th case of coronavirus has been confirmed in the U.S., the latest in Massachusetts. The state's Department of Public Health confirmed the positive test of a man in his 20s who lives in Boston. Officials say he had recently traveled to Wuhan, China, and got medical care soon after returning to the U.S. The patient was put into isolation and is said to be recovering and doing well. Meanwhile, in nearby New York City, Mayor Bill de Blasio says the state is investigating a possible case there.
About a week ago, I reported to New Yorkers on the status of the coronavirus, and I said at that point it was a question of not if, but when. Now we have our first case under investigation here in New York City.
Delta is moving up its suspension of flights between the U.S. and China in response to the coronavirus outbreak. The airline will suspend all flights beginning tomorrow. Previously, Delta said the suspension would begin next Thursday. The move follows a Department of Health and Human Services ban on U.S.-China travel set to begin tomorrow. Delta expects the flights to remain suspended at least through the end of April. More local news now. Madison East celebrated the reopening of its renovated field house tonight. A ceremony took place during the basketball game against Madison Memorial. The field house is dedicated to former principal Milt McPike. The basketball court is dedicated to Pat Richter, a Madison East alumni who went on to play in the NFL. Tonight's ceremony also recognized the donors who helped make it happen. Cybersecurity teams from colleges across Wisconsin are in Madison today for the state collegiate cyber defense competition. Student competitors are tasked with defending their network from hackers trying to access data. The scenarios, judges, and hackers all come from professionals in the field. Competition organizers hope to make the experience as realistic as possible for these future experts in a very in-demand field.
The purpose of this exercise is basically to take, a set of our students and really throw them in the deep end and just, see how they perform, how they'll perform in the job, and it gives them a good idea of what they'll run up against.
So it's one thing to study everything and go through the materials, but it's another one to experience how it is in the real life.
Today's winner, UW Stout, will go on to compete at the Midwest CCDC. They'd advance to the national championship if they win there. Guests in the Monona Terrace Convention Center were going green today. It was the Terrace Town Going Green event. There were over 10,000 square feet of green scale model cities designed by over 1,200 local students from more than a dozen local schools. And there was a catch. They could only use recycled materials.
Sustainability is an important part of it. We want kids to think about alternative energy sources. Can people walk one place to another instead of getting in a car, for instance?
Organizers hope today's project encourages students to think about the changes they would make to their cities and neighborhoods and have a better idea of city planning and why neighborhoods look the way they do. Hundreds of people spent their Saturday at 10 Pin Alley in Fitchburg for the 13th annual Boomers Bowl Your Balls Off. The event is hosted by Cash for Critters. Event organizers say this year's funds will be donated to several animal groups, including the Heartland Farm Sanctuary. They say they raised more than $25,000 last year. And we have some very sad news to share on a story that stole thousands of hearts around the world. The Prairie du Sac man who asked for as many Christmas cards as possible died in his home yesterday, shortly after 4 o'clock. Gene Wiedenhiller was battling stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Last week, we told you Gene got more than 50,000 cards in the mail. A final count came out to 500,000. His wife, Linda, says she will continue to read every single card as a way to honor her husband. The family will have a private funeral. In a statement, the family said in part he was a tough man who fought right to the end and was not alone and loved by so many. Gene was 72 years old. We'll be right back.
Explorer. Drive it today with 0% financing plus 1,500 retail bonus cash. See your local Ford dealer.
It's perfect. Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local. And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum? Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-902-4499. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 833-902-4499.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it? Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-902-4499.
Do you get confused by wireless network claims? I don't blame you. The most reliable, the most awarded, the best, the fastest, the best and the fastest. It's too much. Sprint is doing things differently. They're offering a 100% total satisfaction guarantee. I mean, I think Sprint's network and savings are great, but don't just take my word for it. Try out the network and see the savings for yourself. Switch and get both an unlimited plan and the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus included for just $35 a month.
Bob's Discount Furniture is the only place you can find my Panther. It's got comfy Bobapedic seating, dual power recliners, and power headrests. My Panther. Okay. Light up cup holders, hidden storage, and a drop-down table with reading lights and power outlets. With Bob's Discount, it's only $12.99. My Panther. Roar! Wow. Okay, who's doing that?
Get Bob's Discount!
Well, 6 more weeks of winter or in early spring, it's all up to Jimmy the Groundhog.
And Sunday morning, we're headed to Sun Prairie for groundhog celebrations with the area's most famous rodent. Join us starting at 6:30.
Don't expect contrition from President Trump next week. Senate Republicans are expected to acquit him sometime this week, and sources say the president has no plans to apologize. Then President Clinton did so at the end of his 1999 impeachment trial, but sources say Trump will likely express vindication. Right now, he says he's innocent and his conduct with the Ukrainian president was, quote, perfect. Those who once lost their right to vote because of felony voter disenfranchisement laws are now fighting for voter equality. Any person convicted of a felony is ineligible to vote until pardoned for the sentence, including time after prison or jail, is completed. That's according to Wisconsin law. A group of former incarcerated individuals called Expo is campaigning to unlock the vote and restore voting rights to those after release from prison or jail.
Being a part of the voting process allows for a real voice to happen and real change to happen. When that doesn't, it's the opportunity and the ability for the few to benefit.
City of Madison residents can vote absentee starting on Monday. To check if you're registered to vote, visit myvote.wi.gov. Voting this week will start in Iowa, where Democratic presidential candidates, including senators who were stuck in Washington, D.C. for the impeachment trial, are making last-minute pitches across Iowa this weekend ahead of Monday's caucuses. CBS News' Natalie Brand is following the action in Iowa.
The Democratic senators running for president are back in Iowa for the critical final hours of campaigning before Monday's caucuses. The impeachment trial sidelined the senators, but campaign events carried on without them. Some star-studded. Sanders supporters like Chris Jeffrey, who caucused for the Vermont senator in 2016, are energized again.
I think the support that we're seeing here shows that he's become much more than a dark horse candidate now.
Polls indicated tight race between candidates vying to take on President Trump in November, with Biden, Sanders, Buttigieg, and Warren in the top 4 spots.
Double Biden. There we go.
And behind each campaign, dedicated and door-knocking volunteers.
Is Joan your top 3 for candidates, would you say?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that in Iowa, it's a thing to stand aside till the very end because they want to hear from every candidate.
While the candidates are crisscrossing Iowa, it's not just locals listening. Political junkies have traveled from across the country to hear their messages.
We go to as many events as we can to see the candidates up close and personal.
The Wolfs and the Gaines visiting from California call themselves caucus tourists.
By the time we get to California, a lot of these candidates won't even be around running for president anymore.
I kind of understand why Iowans don't make their mind up to the last minute. They have everybody trying to get their vote.
And they have front row seats for the primary season about to begin. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Iowa.
Technically, caucus goers can support whomever they want, which means any of the other candidates who have already dropped out of the race can receive votes as well. Our Amy Reed will have live coverage of the Iowa caucuses starting tomorrow night on News 3 Now at 10 o'clock. You can follow her updates on News 3 Now and the Channel 3000 mobile app. Tomorrow is Groundhog Day, when we find out whether or not we get 6 more weeks of winter. The city of Sun Prairie will celebrate Groundhog Day in the downtown Cannery Square tomorrow. Jimmy the Groundhog emerges at 7:11 tomorrow. There will also be a fun run after Jimmy makes his own prediction. Proceeds from the fun run benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County, which just opened a new facility in Sun Prairie. Well, let's get a look at your first alert weather. Dana, what do you think he's going to see tomorrow?
So unfortunately, we do have that sun coming back on Sunday, which is going to lend to Jimmy probably seeing his shadow. The thing is, last time I checked, and granted I haven't checked in a while, I don't think that Jimmy has a meteorology degree, so we're going to have to sit down and have a conversation about that. But he's allowed to make his educated guess. We'll see what happens at 11 or 7:11 tomorrow morning. So near record highs expected for your Sunday. Some light snow might develop for Monday night, Tuesday and Wednesday. It's kind of pushing back for just some flurries for Monday night and Tuesday, more of a light snow for Wednesday. And then temperatures for Wednesday will be back to the upper 20s for this time of year. We should be in the upper 20s. So looking at the middle and end of the week, it's going to be a little bit more seasonable outside, actually feeling like February. Looking at our Doppler right now, we're cloudy with some light snow earlier along the eastern edge of the state, but dry currently for most of the area. A little breezy outside tonight. Tomorrow it's going to be a little windy. We're steadily becoming partly cloudy, and that's going to lead to a partly to mostly sunny sky for Sunday. That breeze coming from the west, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. Enough that you'll certainly notice it, but not enough that we really have to factor in much of a wind chill thanks to that sunshine and temperatures being about 20 degrees above average. Sunday night, we're partly cloudy. Heading into Monday, we'll start the day off with a little bit of sunshine, but the cloud coverage is going to build in later on in the evening and overnight, with that flurry chance developing Monday night heading into Tuesday. So I want to take a broad look at Tuesday and Wednesday as the snow chance creeps on in. For Tuesday, we are mostly cloudy with the chance for some flurries. Not enough that our future tracks really picking up that flurry chance right now. Heading into Wednesday, that's when we'll expect a little more consistent light snowfall along the edge of the state. The heavier snow is going to stay to the south. The center of the system is tracking south, and that's been the trend for the last several model runs. A little confident that that's the track it's going to take, but it's something we're going to keep a very close eye on, because if that track shifts just a little further north, then we'll see our totals climb a little higher. Right now, it doesn't seem like a big event sliding on through, with that snow tapering off early on Thursday. Snowfall totals ranging anywhere from 1 to 2 inches over the course of Tuesday night, all day Wednesday, and into Thursday morning. So not a major event, but enough that you'll probably have to real quick clean off the patio, or if you have any sidewalks, by Thursday morning. Temperatures overnight dropping to the upper 20s. Again, we're steadily becoming partly cloudy. It's going to take a few more hours to get the clouds really on out of here. A breeze right now at about 8 to 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow afternoon, it'll be a little more breezy outside. And again, the record is 47. We're looking at high temperatures close to 46 in Madison. For Monday, partly sunny during the day with the clouds building in later on in the evening. Some light snow or flurries possible at night. A little greater chance for flurries on Tuesday and a better chance for steady light snow on Wednesday. Temperatures for the second half of the week will be closer to average. And then by next weekend, it seems like that trend of being very close to average with our temperatures continues on. No more big jumps with our afternoon highs.
Yeah, so it looks like tomorrow you should enjoy the sunshine.
If
we're not going to have those mild temperatures forever.
And the game's later in the day, so there's no reason you can't enjoy the sun earlier on. Absolutely.
Park, something fun.
Yes.
Enjoy the snow. All right. Thank you so much, Dana. Coming up on News 3 Now at 10, the men's hockey team trying to salvage the border battle tonight. Highlights coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And here we have another burst pipe in Denmark. If you look close...
Jamie, are there any interesting photos from your trip?
Ouch. Okay. Boring. Boring. You don't need to see that. Oh, here we go. Can you believe my client Stieg had never heard of a home and auto bundle or the renter's good bundle?
Wait, you're a lawyer?
Only licensed in Stockholm.
What is happening?
Anyway, game show, Kumite, Cinderella story.
You know karate?
No, Alan. I practice Muay Thai. Completely different skill set.
The new iPhone 11 runs on Straight Talk without a contract and a plan that's up to half the cost of big carriers. With the new ultra-wide camera, your shareable moments are ultra-shareable. Because you're on a network that's more than just big talk. The new iPhone 11. Now get the unlimited plan for just $45 a month on America's best 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh. I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you? Smile. Woo. Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
The Color Purple is the Tony Award winner for Best Musical Revival. A glory to behold. At Overture Center, February 18th through 23rd. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
This season, take an incredible journey through 5,000 years of culture with Shen Yun. Discover why people are calling Shen Yun a visual feast, a pleasure to the ear, an epic tale, a must-see. Shen Yun, returning to Overture Center for the Arts, February 4th and 5th. Tickets at shenyun.com/WI.
Now get a Ford F-150 with $11,489 in total estimated savings, or get 0 for 72-month financing.
The race to the White House begins with the Iowa caucuses, and News 3 Now is there. Political reporter Amy Reed covers every angle with live reports starting Sunday. Stay informed with the area's most in-depth election coverage, only on News 3 Now.
So this weekend's border battle isn't quite the stuff of years past. Both Minnesota and Wisconsin, they're young teams, and I guess we can call it their
figuring their footing out this season. Tony Granado trying to fire up his guys tonight in round 2. They lost round 1 last night, but they fight back from behind to start. Gophers up 1-0. Cole Caulfield, goal number 17 of the season to tie it up at 1 in the first period. In the second, though, Minnesota on the power play. Robbie Stucker, that one deflected in for the goal. Gophers take a 2-1 lead. Badgers fall tonight, 4-2 the final score, and get swept. Mark Johnson and the Badgers, they swept Minnesota last weekend, going for a win versus St. Cloud State today. First period, that's Britta Curl up front, shoots and goal. 1-0 Wisconsin up first. Under 3 to go. Sophie Shirley around the back, flutters one in. Her 23rd goal of the season. 2-0 Wisconsin at the end of the first period. In the second, check out this shot from Grace Bowlby. She snipes one top shelf, and Wisconsin looking mighty solid. 5-0 the win over St. Cloud State. Puck drops at 2 tomorrow as they go for the season sweep. Well, you have to imagine that the Badgers men's basketball team came into today's game against Michigan State with a little extra fire, some will to prove the haters wrong, and quite a lot of heart. Wisconsin having to dig deep today after Kobe King left the program and playing without Brad Davison, who was serving that 1-game suspension. And sometimes that's when a team really finds its identity. Davison, of course, not dressed, but he did a fine job of coaching from the sideline, according to head coach Greg Gard. First half here, Dimitri Trice finding Nate Reavers underneath. 2 hands for Nate. Badgers come out swinging. Few minutes later, Reavers with the ball. He finds Brevin Pritzel, and you know what's coming up here. It's a 3. Pritzel with 10 points in the game today. Trice with the ball again, goes to Reavers again. It's good from long range. Badgers on an 8-0 run at this point, up by 16 at the half. Reavers led the team with 15 points, and he's fired up about it. Second half here, Liam Ford finding an open look, and Coach Gard said this was arguably one of the best games of his career today. 13 points, 4 boards, and 4 players in double digits today. The Badgers battling to hang on and upset 14th ranked Michigan State, and afterwards Coach Gard said this one was more than just an upset, while the Spartans head coach Tom Izzo with some poignant words for the team that just beat his.
They understand and appreciate and embrace wearing that W and how much pride and the people you represent with that, and they don't take that lightly.
I give them credit for battling like they did, not letting all the distractions and problems get to them, and so there's a little piece of me somewhere, probably won't come out till I get home, that's happy for Gard, for Wisconsin, and for their players.
What a nice compliment there. So make that 4 wins over top 20 teams for Wisconsin this season. 2 on the road, 2 at home. Badgers head to Minnesota on Wednesday. At Fiserv Forum, Marcus Howard rocking the Rip Hamilton mask after he was hurt at Xavier. Golden Eagles hosting DePaul. Close one in the second half. Jamal Cain from the corner drops a 3 to tie the game up at 53. And then later Howard, check this out, fighting through traffic here. Nice bucket. And Marquette down 3. Under 1:30 to go in the game. Howard with the ball again, dribble, pulls up for the bucket, gives the Golden Eagles the 2-point lead, and Marquette hangs on to win 76-72 the final. They are now 16-6 on the season. Finally tonight, it is Super Bowl Eve. Some final walkthroughs for the 49ers and Chiefs today at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Both teams with their last practice today because, of course, tomorrow is the Super Bowl kickoff at 5:40. And I know football season coming to a close officially after this. And I know I'm supposed to, you know, as a sports person, you have to be excited about the game, which I am. But I'm also really excited about the halftime show. I'm not gonna lie, a big J-Lo fan right here.
J-Lo and Shakira. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good day.
I hope so. I really hope so.
All right, we'll be right back.
Dear road rivals, charging extra for safety? Not on my road. To get Toyota's safety features in a Jeep Grand Cherokee can cost a lot more. In a Highlander, it's standard. Safe travels, Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
The biggest and best RV event in the Midwest is back. The News 3 Now. Madison Camper and RV show and sale. See over a mile's worth of RVs, camping equipment, and campgrounds under one roof. Tickets are just $10, and kids are free. Seniors, you're welcome at half price on Friday. Meet Gridiron Great Gilbert Brown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find out more and get your VIP ticket at MadisonRVShow.com. See you at the Alliant Energy Center, January 31st, February 1st, and 2nd.
Like you, my hands are everything to me. But I was diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture, and it got to the point where things I took for granted got tougher to do. Thought surgery was my only option. Turns out, I was wrong. So when a hand specialist told me about non-surgical treatments, it was a total game changer. Like you, my hands have a lot more to do. Learn more at factsonhand.com today.
Get more help with your laundry at the Laundry Cleanup Sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in energy-efficient laundry from Samsung and LG with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Want more? This sale includes free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. Our experts are here to help give you more. It's the Laundry Cleanup Sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Score big this weekend with huge savings during Steinhafels 3-day scratch-off sale. Start with savings of 30 to 65% store-wide, plus scratch off and save an extra 5, 10, or even 15% off. Don't drop the ball. This is the time to save on the largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses for every budget. So rush on over this weekend and scratch off to save an extra 5, 10, or even 15% off. Only at Steinhafels.
Choose U.S. Cellular Prepaid and choose Fair. Fair because our signal gets you where you need to go. Fair because we give you a strong signal and an amazing deal, too. Right now, you can get a free smartphone. So make your tax refund go further. Choose U.S. Cellular Prepaid and you'll get a free smartphone right now. Plus a strong signal with national coverage. U.S. Cellular Prepaid. Choose Fair.
Dear road rivals, charging extra for safety? Not on my road. To get Toyota's safety features in a Jeep Grand Cherokee can cost a lot more. In a Highlander, it's standard. Safe travels, Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Hopefully this would fill your sweet tooth. It's a 3-ton or 6,000-pound Reese's Take 5 bar. Hershey's unveiled it this week at its Chocolate World in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Like any Take 5 bar, it features chocolate, peanut butter, caramel, peanuts, and pretzels. Hershey broke a record that was just set by its rival Mars Wrigley 2 weeks ago when they had a 3,500-pound Snickers bar.
Yeah, I was super excited about
of chocolate.
Snickers. This is not as exciting. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
really? Not a fan of Reese's?
Well, Reese's peanut butter cups, but not like, why didn't they just make a peanut butter cup?
Instead of like all the other stuff.
All the extra stuff, yeah.
Not a fan.
No. Definitely a fan, of course, of tomorrow. We get sunshine back, partly sunny skies for Sunday. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 40s for afternoon highs. It is going to be a little windy, though. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. The rest of the week, a little more seasonable, some snow on Wednesday.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.